You thought it was over.
Hi, welcome to my channel. In my two previous videos I talked about my journey through the base game world of Dark Souls 3. And now all that's left to do is to finish the two DLCs that Dark Souls 3 has to offer. Ashes of Ariandel and the Ringed City. Let us first explore the painted world of Ariandel. Before adventuring I decided to cosplay once again and fittingly chose the Soul of Cinder. Transposed its soul for the Firelink Greatsword and got its armor. After being sucked up by a piece of painting that Gale showed me, a nice callback to Dark Souls 1, I made it to the painted world of Ariandel, a place where forlorn souls seek refuge as explained by the first NPC you meet. Where others seek refuge, I seek nightmares, because there's one right at the start, a pack of wolves. Like I said previously, I hate fighting dogs in these games, always gives me trouble.
The drug is just walk behind you. Your test begins now. Filling the room with gas. Gas.
I tried to cheese one of the Millwood Knights in the Ruined Tower, but it bit me in the ass really quickly. After exploring the area, I moved forward to the church, across the Row Bridge where I met Sir Wilhelm at the entrance and Sister Fried inside. Both of them basically told me to get lost, but you already know I'm going to uncover the secrets of this place. That's why after some Tony Hawk skating down this cliff, I made my way to the Corvian settlement next to the church. Most of the enemies in this place are pathetic because the whole place is rotting away, but there are some challenging ones as well. Our objective here is to bring flame to this world and burn it away, so a new world can be created. This is basically the cycle of this place, and our good friends at the church are stopping that from happening. I mean, look how desperate the residents have become. This one tried to push me off a cliff while sacrificing himself. The residents here are evil.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I've seen your kind, time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about how weird my playstyle was. Basically, if there was any ladder or ledge, I would cheese the enemies by climbing up and then attacking them with ranged weapons, throwables or plunging attacks. Even if it would not pay off sometimes, like I showed previously with the Millwood Knights, and would generally take more time than fighting them normally, I would still do it, because my lizard brain thought it was satisfying. Taking that huge W met me with the painter, the lady Gale spoke of, who was locked here so she couldn't create the new world. What was the plan here? Then I went up this mountain with a lot of Farron followers where I saw this huge bell, thinking it was some kind of environmental hazard where if you or an enemy would hit it, it would ring and enemies would come swarming, but it doesn't do that sadly. It's just a cool set piece, I guess. Traversing the mountain led me to a rotted crypt filled with blood-sucking flies. Here I turned this handle that turned this statue and opened a secret basement in the church. Fried did not look and sound happy seeing this, I can assure you.
As ashes will be, ever seeking fire.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
After a while I was summoned to another world as the Blade of the Dark Moon, and it was interesting. This covenant should summon phantoms when you need help with invaders. But we just went on an adventure with an invader nowhere to be seen. I wonder if there was an invader hiding somewhere, but I guess we'll never know, because I ate shit and died 13 minutes later. Moving on, you can see a familiar sight, the boss arena of Priscilla from Dark Souls 1. There are actually a few similarities here. The bridge, the statue is actually the same but a little damaged, and this. A really nice showcase that this is a new cycle from the previous game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it was time for one of the best bosses in the Souls series in my opinion.
Bring Frida to me, please. Canst thou not see the flame flickering once again? Soon will it surge. I can see it, feel it.
Fret not, Father. We have no need of thy flail. 'Tis only the flame wherein the misguided touch. Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good.
No.
The fight starts relatively slow with a somber piano and choir in the background. Fried imitates Priscilla with her side and turning invisible to attack, while also having her own twist by casting these frost waves. This phase is pretty easy, I got it on my first try, and when you defeat her, this happens. The music picks up and now you're against a duo. Fried becomes passive in terms of attacking, she only casts at a distance and can even heal Father Ariandel. Father Ariandel is the one to worry about here. He chases you around and deals a lot of damage if you get caught. The trick here is to not make a lot of mistakes and save up the most of your Estus flask. And when you think it's all over, something happens. This is the first 3-phase boss fight in a Souls game, and I actually like it. This final phase is definitely the hardest. Fried becomes really aggressive and has high damage dealing attacks that you... Come on Fried, I know you have stage fright, but I'm trying to compliment you here, so please show the audience how cool you are. Oh shit. It isn't even a difficult boss fight in my opinion. It took me now around an hour to defeat them. Probably because I'm such a god gamer. All in all, it's an enjoyable fight that is very memorable and a great climax to the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. After defeating Fried, 2 bonfires appear, where one of them leads you to the Drag Heap, the first location of the second DLC, the Ring City. Overall, I have to say that this DLC was just good, nothing too spectacular. It is a really short DLC. I think even Dark Souls 1 DLC had more going on than this with only one worst boss fight, but interesting lore. With that said, let's jump right into the Ringed City. Or fall into the Drag Heap, I guess.
Oh shit!
Drag Heap bears similarities to the kiln of the first flame, with the eclipse in the background and the ash-covered converging lands. We are basically at the end of the world with mangled remnants from every age and every land. Lothric, Drangleic, Lordran. Everything is collapsing on itself with otherworldly creatures inhabiting this broken place. On my way through the area I met Lab, who I was immediately suspicious of because he sounds exactly like Patches, and also the pose is very similar.
I have a feeling we're going to make a fabulous team. Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Then I got invaded by a player where we dueled and I won. I decided to try out invading myself, so I did, and after a while found the host AFK. I killed him to teach him a lesson, you know.
Hold up! Wait a minute!
Oh, I know who you are. Great to see you still in one piece. Wait, I'll make it up to you. By letting you in on a secret of sorts. Past here, you'll find the remains of a giant earthen tower, half submerged in a poisonous swamp. Not a very nice place to visit. Only, there's precious treasure in the thick of the swamp. I didn't have any use for it, you see.
Yeah,
So,
right.
sorry,
Treasure here,
I
treasure
left the whole
there.
package behind. If I get the chance, I
Kill
can
him.
fetch it for you.
Kill him.
But if that's too
Kill him. Kill him. Do it. Do it. Do it. Kill him. Kill him. Just kill him. Do it. Of course, there's a fucking poison swamp at the end of the world, and all the while you are getting bombarded by angels. These pilgrims control them, and after defeating them, you can safely explore. Ah, so peaceful without all that screeching. How can you not walk or roll through this? Like, come on, From Software. I can clearly squeeze through. This is ruining my immersion. Well, that works, I guess. What do you mean? What will happen to me? Will I turn into one of those pilgrims? Or is there another poison swamp? Or perhaps I'm going to become like Gale? It was definitely a boss fight up ahead, so I went for invasions instead.
Enemy spotted. Watch this. Me bomba! You can't escape me!
Nice.
Hello there.
Wow! Let's see what kind of a shot you are, Pilgrim. You missed that one. Try another. You missed that one. Try another.
Another day, another victory for the OGs, taking down the sweat.
With that out of the way, it was time for the first real boss fight of this DLC. The demons. This is a really good duo boss fight. The mechanic of this fight is that each demon gets powered up for a moment, chasing you, while the other is on the sidelines doing range attacks. However, there's a short window where both of them are powered up at the same time, and you really have to stay on your toes during this window. It adds some tension, and overall I enjoyed the fight a lot. And then when you think it's all over, here comes the Demon Prince, the final showdown, and I gotta say, the design of these guys is so cool. I got really close twice after just a few tries, but getting back to the Demon Prince takes a while, so I finally said fuck it and used a summon for the first time in this playthrough. I honestly thought I would beat the whole game without using summons, but either way I'm glad I got this far without them. Obvious Patches and I got to the Demon Prince without using a single flask, and that's when I realized The moveset is different. Turns out it matters which demon you kill last, and I think the demon in Pain Prince is a lot worse.
What in oblivion is that?
Seeing this shit made me lose my marbles. Obvious patches died and I got so close yet again, so I decided to summon a real player this time, Diana. And with the power of the sun and friendship, we defeated the Demon Prince. Thank you, Diana. You will be remembered. It turns out that these guys found their home in the Firelink Shrine of Dark Souls 1. And I can't blame them. Seeing this place once again brought back some great memories.
And if I die before your album drop, I hope.
Okay, that was unexpected. Let's try to get through this. Well, that was fucking annoying and frustrating, and I'm not sure I want to go further with only 6 flasks, so I'll just warp back to the bonfire. I mean, surely an enemy with this much HP and the ability to summon dozens of archers at once can't possibly respawn, right?
What the fuck what do you mean? How? How have you... Ah, man. What? You're just ruining it.
After seeing this big ass dragon spying on me, I became paranoid, so I kept looking backwards to see if he was on the move. SCP-173 type shit, you know? As you make your way through the Ring City, you run into a lot of interesting and tough enemies. The area itself looks absolutely gorgeous. It really feels like you've stepped into the ruins of an entirely different civilization compared to the base game. Of course there's a swamp here too. I was actually getting worried. It's been a while since the last one. For some reason you encountered the Dragon Slayer armor here again, and he gave me some trouble this time. Oh shit. Oh shit, not this again. Thankfully this one is manageable because he doesn't summon dozens of archers at once. After that ordeal I found this engraving on a wall that said "Show your humanity," and it led to a ladder. First I tried using an ember. Nothing. Then I used a bunch of gestures. Nothing. Eventually I gave up and looked it up because I had no idea what the game wanted from me. Turns out you have to use a young white branch or the chameleon spell to transform into a giant humanity sprite. Like what? At this point I wasn't even surprised anymore, but still, I didn't like this puzzle. If you can even call it that. It took me 7 branches out of 10 to get the right transformation, and I started wondering, what if I used all 10 and still didn't get it? Then I think my only option would have been to level up intelligence to be able to cast Chameleon, which definitely wouldn't have been fun. This shit got me annoyed. I need to play dress up for a while.
Ladies, come on, you know, you see me doing my word type shit.
Where did this super secret puzzle lead me, you might ask? A few interesting items and a purging monument that was absolutely useless to me.
No, 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 no! Wait, 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 wait! Wait, 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 wait!
Goodbye, back to the lobby.
After banishing Medir into the unknown, I found myself facing another boss, the Spear of the Church. I have to say, I love this boss fight, but not for the reasons you might expect. It's not about the difficulty or some cinematic feel. No, you see, there's a chance that you end up fighting an actual player as a boss instead of Half-Light like I did. I just got lucky. I think this concept is super cool. Moving on, I enjoyed the scenery and woke up Filianor.
Give me your money.
Me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us, to eat our dark soul.
What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dogs, for my lady's painting.
Man, I love that reference to Artorias. How Gale throws the body towards you. Great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, that's how I would describe this fight. It's another 3-phase boss fight, but with a singular health bar. The moveset is very decent in every phase and can be quite challenging at times.
Is this the blood? The blood of the dark soul.
It actually didn't take me long to defeat Gale, only half an hour or so. Everything is combined very well. The cutscenes, the music and the fight itself. I also like how when you die and respawn back at the bonfire, there's immediately a fog gate, with the whole area basically being the boss room, and you see Gale just sprinting towards you.
Sometimes life is cock and ball torture.
There was this popular post that I think originated on TikTok, where it described how the last boss fight of the trilogy is basically two nobodies fighting over nothing at the end of the world. Unsurprisingly, this sparked a lot of discussion, and I am of the opinion that this is in fact the opposite. Two of the strongest beings battling over the future of a new world at the end of an old one. Well, technically you and Gale share the same goal, but Gale becomes consumed by devouring the dark soul itself, driving him feral. Kind of similar like Artorias did with the Abyss in Dark Souls 1. With Gale defeated, we deliver the dark soul to the painter. And thus the DLC is not fully completed yet. There was one more business I needed to solve. Finding Medir. I went to this elevator left of the ringed inner wall bonfire, where I saw an opening in the wall. Coming further into the room with Dark Knight statues, I hit a couple of them to reveal an illusory wall.
Feel a Norse spear ornament. Meteor's hiding place. Gotta be.
A hole in the wall. Only way to find out if Meteor is here is to take the plunge. I was excited to see what this fight was about, and Meteor mostly did not disappoint. I'm saying mostly because Meteor really likes to sprint and fly around, so you spend a lot of time just running after him. Combine that with his high defense and absorption stats, and you are looking at a long boss fight, so make sure to stock up on your Estus flask. Otherwise, I enjoyed this boss fight. Claws, tail whips, fire breaths, cool as fuck lasers, the arena and the music are banging. Defeating Meteor gives you the Spear of the Church Covenant, which is by far the greatest covenant in the entire series in my opinion.
The Red Covenant from Dark Souls 2 is a close second, by the way.
If you equip this covenant, you can actually be summoned to take on the role as the Spear of the Church boss in someone else's world, just like I mentioned previously. Even though I'm not really crazy about PvP in these games, in this case it's different because you can encounter anyone, and not only some fucking godlike sweat who has the Watchdogs of Farron equipped just for the thrill of it. You can't heal with Estus, but you can use healing spells, and there are NPCs that are summoned to help you fight that can also heal you. It's a shame that this covenant is this far in the game. I would love to have it much sooner. And with that, the Ringed City DLC is completed. I would talk about my final thoughts now, but I found out that I actually missed 2 areas in the base game, so I decided to explore them as well out of curiosity. I missed the Smoldering Lake because it is accessed by destroying the wooden bridge leading to Volnir. The area is really cool looking, but I didn't enjoy it that much, to be honest. It consists of 2 sections, the open lake area and underground ruins. The lake sucks because there is a ballista that keeps shooting at you, which makes the exploration frustrating until you disable it by going through the ruins. The ruins have some annoying enemies and there isn't anything spectacular about them. There are throwbacks to Dark Souls 1 though, like the corpses of Taurus, Capra, Asylum Demon and Quay-like Sister, which are neat. When you go to the boss, you are cut off by this huge ass worm that looks very cool. It's a shame that it encountered me and got absolutely cheesed. When you finally get to the boss fight, it's meh. I get that you're supposed to face the Old Demon King earlier with fewer levels, but honestly I just couldn't find anything that felt remarkable or fun about this boss. What I missed next was the Archdragon Peak, accessed by using the Path of the Dragon gesture right here. I was excited about this one because I've heard of the Nameless King and wanted to see what the hype is all about. First of all, Archdragon Peak is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the design. I was also surprised to see a regular moon here in the world of Dark Souls 3.
It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Even though it's a gimmick boss fight, I enjoyed the Ancient Wyvern. Climbing around the Wyvern while enemies are chasing you adds a thrilling dynamic layer to the battle. I hated this part though, at the end of the map. This is just bullshit ganking to get a single item. And then I faced the infamous Nameless King. Well, King of the Storm first. This phase is not that enjoyable since you are actually fighting the camera most of the time, and why can't you just put your neck further down? For fuck's sake, please! In the second phase you finally face the Nameless King, and honestly, the fight is really well done. That said, I didn't find it all that difficult, and I think it's a bit overhyped. I was ready to spend like an hour or 2 fighting him, but I beat him on my 3rd try, which I didn't expect. My soul level was 112, so maybe I was a bit over leveled, but I found his moveset very easy to dodge. I was disappointed that I beat him that fast, but I still like the fight and it's one of the coolest in the trilogy. The very last thing I did in Dark Souls 3 was fight Hawkwood in the Abyss Watcher's room, and I think it was a fitting way to end this journey. He uses the Farron Greatsword as well, so it was like fighting a mimic of myself. With all that said, this marks the end of my first time journey through the Dark Souls trilogy. This was such an unforgettable experience, and I'm so glad I documented it because now I can look back and reminisce anytime. I started out thinking that these games just weren't for me, even disliking them a bit, but over time they've become some of my favorites. Dark Souls 3 was the perfect conclusion to the trilogy. There was nothing about it I disliked. From World onwards, my appreciation only grew. The bosses, the combat, the soundtrack, the lore, everything was just perfect. Dark Souls 3 truly felt dark, with its body horror, gritty design, atmosphere, and I absolutely loved that. Even though I had some gripes about Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, I still respect them for what they are. And playing Dark Souls 2 made me appreciate what they were trying to do even more. Beyond the game itself, this journey helped me get through some personal rough times and changed how I see a lot of things in my life. And this might sound very corny, but I think it also made me turn into a better person. Or maybe this is just my frontal lobe still developing, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching and being a part of this journey. It's been really special to share this experience with more people than just myself, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I loved reading everyone's comments and seeing all the feedback. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a big fat comment, smash that like button and subscribe if you would like to see me yap about more stuff in the near future. Thanks again, and I can't wait to experience Elden Ring to the fullest and share my thoughts. I'm super excited. I will see you in the next one, Ashen One. Cheers. Bye.